What's up, everybody? I'm Jade.
And I'm Jeremy.
And did that trick you up at all?
Yeah.
It's,
That's not funny. That's not funny.
I'm hilarious. All right. I'm Jeremy. This is my beautiful, wonderful, sexy wife, Jade.
What an intro.
What an intro. We are married. This is a marriage podcast. You clicked on it. You know what's up. All right. We have something hot off the presses. Hot off the presses, y'all. Apparently, there's this thing called love languages.
Yeah.
Maybe you've heard of it. It's only the most popular tool, relationship tool ever. I feel like we've done this before. We've taken this quiz before. So, Jade,
We've done this several times.
we've done this several times. I think my results have changed.
Yeah, I was about to say, we were interested to see.
Very interesting.
'Cause I honestly feel like we haven't done this in a while, but if our love languages have changed over the course of our time being married.
Yep.
So,
And so Jade decided to do this tonight. She literally sent me 5 minutes ago this thing, and we jumped on the podcast.
yes.
We couldn't wait to share our results with
I
you.
sent you the survey.
The
I don't know
survey.
if you made that clear. I sent you the survey.
Yes.
We just took the survey.
We just took the survey. You have gone on record saying that love languages, Enneagrams can be rubbish.
Yeah.
Has your opinion changed on that subject?
I think they can be an incredibly helpful tool
Okay.
to learn some things about yourself. The Enneagram and love language help you learn some things about yourself. But I don't think you can rely on them completely.
Okay.
And a quick example of that is using it as an excuse for your behavior.
I know this is a big thing with you.
Yeah, so that's a big thing with me. I'm just going to throw this other example out. Just if you're an 8, a challenger, it's not an excuse to be a jerk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
I got you.
you know, you didn't give me a gift, so you're not appreciating my love languages.
Yeah. You're
Like,
a terrible.
I feel like there's
partner.
some people who just take it. It's, again, a very helpful tool,
See,
but I don't think you can just, what's the word I'm looking for?
it can't just be your only lean on.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, these are my love languages. If you don't do them,
If you don't do
yeah.
them, then you're a terrible spouse.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know?
Or use the Enneagram as, this is just how I am. I can
This is
treat
just
you
how
however I
I am.
want
Yep.
and do all this stuff. Yeah,
I hate that.
I agree with you. So, that being
Okay.
said, let's talk about our results. No, I think this is a good tool because I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure we took this like close to the start of our marriage. Mine has changed.
That's interesting.
My top, matter of fact, it's been a big change. So,
What do you want to just share what you're going to go in order?
you tell me.
Go ahead and do your order, and then you can share how you think it's changed.
Okay.
There we go.
Would this be interesting? What do you think my number one is?
Ooh. I think your number one is... I don't know, I'm laughing. I think your number one is acts of service. Is it not?
No.
Okay.
I think your number one, words of affirmation.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, we're not. This might be helpful for
This
us
might
tonight.
be helpful
This
for
might be a
us.
good tool for us
Okay.
tonight.
My number one is quality time. My number two, very close. So 37% quality time, 33% words of affirmation. And we took this on the 5lovelanguages.com.
Yeah.
17% is acts of service. 10% is receiving gifts. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how this happened. 3% is physical touch.
There is no way.
Now,
There's
I mean, we sort of rushed through this thing, but I legit. So 7 years ago, physical touch was my number one.
Was it?
And so that's a huge change to go from number one, I'm pretty sure by a pretty big margin, to 3%.
3%, huh?
So now that is not an excuse to
Well,
start cutting a brother off. But
I mean, the
It's
survey doesn't lie.
the survey doesn't lie. It's still very important.
This is one of those examples of you can't follow it and think this is going to be like how you do things.
Because if we don't have physical touch, I'm going to die.
Okay. So what was your number one again? Quality time. I can totally see that.
I can totally see that. That's the funny thing. I saw that and was surprised by it, but then I was like, yeah, that's totally it. I love quality time with you.
What was the next one again?
Words of affirmation. Can you see that or no?
I can see you wanting that. And honestly, I feel like that's helpful for me because I don't know if I give you words of affirmation enough.
I think I'm poor at receiving them.
Okay.
But I do think you give them a lot.
You do think I'd give them a lot?
I mean, I do. I mean, you can step it up. You want to?
I feel like we've kind of got the quality time thing down. We do that a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
which is
just
probably why
thinking-
it's so important to me.
Yeah. And then I was thinking number 2, I could probably do that better a little bit. And what was the third one again?
Acts of service. I mean, I think we serve one another as much as we ever could.
Yeah.
You know, receiving gifts, that's never a big thing. I mean, who doesn't like getting a good gift? If you want to buy me jewelry, girl, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, quality time, number 1.
You're hard to buy gifts for.
Nothing says I love you like full undivided attention.
You're hard to buy
According to
gifts
that.
for.
Yeah. I just
Really
buy
hard.
what I like.
I was about to say, we kind of just do that. Just buy what we want.
Yeah.
If it's in the budget. And
So, Christmas time's not a big thing for us, I don't think.
yeah, I was going to say that. We're not like, you don't want to talk about this?
No, I love it.
Oh, okay.
I'm like agreeing with you as well.
You looked bored.
No. Well, this isn't quality time. This is podcast time.
Oh.
No, I know. I'm saying I completely agree with what you're about to say.
No, I think people think it's weird that we don't like go all out for Christmas, but I feel for each other. But I feel like we're so focused on other people, and it's kind of like, hey, we'd rather save our money and go on a trip or something.
And,
you know,
I mean, in heart and theory, I'm a minimalist, and I don't
you
want
don't
a bunch
need a
of
lot
crap.
of stuff.
Yeah, I have the things that I like in there.
And I feel like it's not more special, but just throughout the. Are you bored?
Do I seem bored? I swear I'm not bored.
You're like making noises.
I'm like
It's
excited.
just like,
I'm like anticipating yours is what I'm doing.
I keep thinking you want me to shut up.
No, I want to get to yours. So I think that's where my head's at.
Okay. All right. We'll move on. I'll stop talking.
But everything you're saying, I totally agree.
Okay. All right. The funny thing is, my number 1 is the same as yours.
Quality time.
Quality time.
I'm telling you.
37%.
No way.
Yeah.
That's the same as me.
Yep.
That's magical.
And I can see that.
Look at God. I think we both are that's what we love. I would hang out with you over anybody.
Thank you.
Over anybody. And so I genuinely enjoy your company.
That is so kind.
So
Thank you. Number 2, acts of service.
really,
It makes sense though. Think about it. You put gas in my car today.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
if I need something from the store, you'll go get it.
yeah. Well, see, I don't know.
Some of the questions were like he or your spouse or partner does something to relieve stress from you, like an act of service.
Yeah.
Like you, if I'm doing like a phone call with a client, you'll like print the papers for me or do something to like make it easier for me.
I feel like I do those things just out of maybe habit, but sometimes I get like, I don't know. So that's good to know.
You like to get stuff done.
I do. So maybe like knowing that it brings you joy and happiness, because I don't know if I get that all the time.
I
I
was
don't know
about
if
to say,
you show me that a lot, but I like
I don't think
that idea.
acts of service used to be high on my priority list.
Yeah.
The next one, 13%, words of affirmation.
I thought words of affirmation would be one of your top ones, but it makes sense too, especially as we've gotten older in marriage. I feel like you're pretty darn sure of yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't really need me to tell you that you're awesome because you think you're awesome.
Exactly.
And so, you are awesome. But so I could see that. Okay. That makes sense.
And then this is funny. My next one is physical touch. 10%. How is physical touch?
I
A
think
higher percentage for me.
interesting. I think physical touch was your low one
It was
when we first got
It
married.
was, yeah.
And it was my top one.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But I can see that. I just like to be near you.
Yeah.
And then my last one is receiving gifts, 7%.
So lower than mine. So
Yeah.
man, I hit the jackpot, y'all. I don't have to give
You
you.
ain't gotta buy me expensive gifts.
I just gotta go put gas in your car. Go to the grocery store.
That's right. I love that stuff.
I love that stuff too.
But you do see, again, this is not black or white. Because the other day, I was just complaining that I couldn't read on my phone. And then I couldn't read with a book because then I have to have the lamp on and that would bother you.
Mm-hmm.
So you surprised me with a Kindle. And I was really excited about it.
Yeah,
So sometimes gifts are nice.
but it wasn't even
But
like
the thought behind the gift.
the thought behind it, because it wasn't even a really big surprise. I mean,
Yeah.
you were just literally sitting there talking about it. I got on
Oh,
Amazon
yeah, that's true.
because
And you're probably more like, I'm sick of you.
that may have been it. Seriously,
It's more of an act of, I guess it was more of an acts of service.
yeah. Actually, you know what? It probably was.
You went on Amazon?
I wanted
put
to
it in the
relieve a
cart?
stress from you.
Yeah.
Because you talk about it a lot, like not being able to read. Like I can read on my phone. That's my favorite
I
way to
hate
read.
that.
And so, but got you the Kindle.
This is interesting.
It is interesting. I like your synopsis of the whole situation, though. That you can't just rely on this stuff. Like
Yeah.
any research or anything that helps you. I love that it's a tool for people to help you understand yourself and understand your partner. And like even tonight, like that it's good to know that we're on the same page about quality time.
And
so-
I think it's also cool if you haven't taken the survey in a long time, take it and see if it's changed and
Yeah.
then sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
Because that's, you might be surprised.
I think you would be surprised. And so, love languages, man.
Love languages. So
knew?
what can I do better? Well, we both have quality time. And I feel like we have quality time figured out. So do you think it's the number 2 that we could do better?
I think it's important. So, me talking from mine to you and giving you advice on loving me.
Okay.
And so, your words matter to me
Mm-hmm.
way more than you probably think. You're the person I want to spend the most of my time with. So, it's natural, in my opinion, that your words mean more to me.
Yeah.
And so, know that. Use that frequently. And so,
I love that.
you can build me down or tear me up.
Yes.
You could just build me up.
I'll build you up.
So, acts of service is, it is nice because I do a lot of things that are service related things, but obviously you do tons of things in different ways. But I think
It's interesting though, because you were surprised by it. So maybe I'm not expressing or thanking you for the service, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh, that surprises me. I know you like that so much.
Yeah, I didn't know you liked it so much. That's truth. Like I didn't know that's important to you.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because, in marriage you get so just used to things. And so like maybe sometimes it feels like you just get used to me doing those things.
Yeah.
Which you probably do, but it still means a lot to you. Maybe you just don't express it.
Yeah. It still means a
It's-
lot when you
yeah.
go clean my car and
It's
do
the-
all those things.
It's the old biblical truth about that if you don't express gratitude, even if you feel it, it doesn't do anything for you or the person you're grateful for. So
Yeah.
it's important to express gratitude.
That was good.
Me saying that line, that's a Jeremy-ism.
Oh,
Oh, I got it from the Bible, but it's
so it's not a Jeremyism.
it's a Jesus-ism that I stole.
Wow.
He's cool with it though. But yeah, so I mean, I agree with everything you said about that. I think these are powerful tools that you can use. I mean, we're in 2023, people. Here's the thing. Everything is against your marriage. Everything. The world makes it easy to divorce. The world makes it easy to get out of situations. It makes it easy to feel like that you always have an option. And obviously, there's reasons to be divorced for different things. But like, That's a different podcast. But like, there's always, but they just make it such an easy option. And marriage is worth fighting for, I think.
I also think.
And so, I mean, we have fought for our marriage. My gosh, we fought for it.
It's just hard work.
It's hard work, but it's worth it. It's
100%.
100% worth it. And so fight for it. Learn the tools. I know maybe people don't want to, and I think we've been that way too. It's like, so this is eye-opening for us. When you said, hey, I'm going to send love languages, I was like,
you were kind of like eye rolling and like,
I was like, that's just cheesy.
Cheesy.
Everybody does
it.
languages.
Everybody knows about it.
Every marriage podcast talks about love language. I was like, man, how do we, it's like, I don't know if that's real to us, but it's eye-opening. And you can use tools to better your marriage. Am I going to take this and say, okay, quality time is most important to Jade, so I'm never going to get her another gift. I'm never going to.
I was just thinking that because that's kind of my problem with the Enneagram is that to some degree I relate to all of them.
Yeah.
And I can see myself in all of them. And I was just going to say that about these is that you really need all of them.
Yeah.
You need all of them.
You need all of them.
So
to have a successful marriage, a successful relationship.
I really do think
you need
all of these things.
Yeah. So
you can't rely on one more than the other. It's all of them. But just to see areas where the person thinks it's most important or least important is helpful.
I think so too. I agree with you.
I still am really surprised by the physical touch though.
Me too. So I think we should end this podcast.
Don't say what you're about to say.
And go have some physical
I'm going to the living room to watch Dance with the Stars, and you're going to the bedroom to watch X-Files.
Accurate. We thank you so much for listening to the New Heights Marriage Podcast. Hey, man, we got in here. We were like jazzed about love languages, and we got in and got out. And so this is a short episode, but we love it. And so hopefully you learned something. Use these tools for your marriage. They're powerful things. They can be. They're not powerful, but how you use them can be powerful.
Absolutely.
So, we love you.
We'll see you next time.
We appreciate you. Like, comment, share, do all the things. We appreciate it. You know who would like this podcast? Your cousin. Share it with them.
My cousin?
Not your cousin. The people listening. Your cousin too, probably. All right. We love y'all. Thank you so much for listening to New Heights Marriage Podcast. It was produced, edited, scored by Cunningham Creative. And so if you have an idea for a podcast, this is your sign. Let Cunningham Creative help you discover, brand, promote your podcast. And so go to cunninghamcreative.online, find out more about us and how we can help you. Appreciate you listening.